Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we might make it past the end date of the game today. We'll see how that goes. If we do, we're going to keep going, for the record. We are going to keep going until stamping out monarchism is complete. That is the goal here. So that is fine. We're going to get a bunch of motor industries done. That'll be very helpful. And how many of these are we making? A lot, actually. There are a number more queued up, and then there's those electrics industries. We do still have some universities queued up as well. Okay, so that's fine. We're definitely going to make our way through these constructions. There's a lot of power plants at the bottom. Okay, so that's 115 weeks, 101 weeks, 173 weeks, 102 weeks. This appears to be fluctuating wildly. Fine. So that's okay for now. We are making money. That's a good sign. We're starting to pay down our debts, and it's going to take a while at this rate to pay down these debts. That's fully expected. The real question here is, when are we going to get arc welding, right? That is the real question. I mean, the answer is in a while. 28 months. So that's definitely beyond the end of the game. We're at 76.9% literacy right now. We are getting a reasonable technology spread, but getting our literacy rate up would be nice. Indeed. Analytical philosophy. Cool. So that gives us a production method for our universities. What does that actually give us? That's power plants. Universities. A lot more qualifications and roughly doubling our innovation. Well then. That's going to destroy the price of paper. So we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, we do dip negative financially here. I'm expecting that will not stay that will not stay that situation. Wow, words are very difficult. Okay, so words are incredibly hard. Noted. It is far too early in the morning. Excellent. So we're going to tick forward here, and I'm not expecting this to remain negative for particularly long. It'll go back positive fairly soon, especially as our motor industries work through this. So that's all well and good. We know that we want to eventually swap over to public motor carriages. That will destroy the price of transportation, which we fully expect. We'll hop over to electric trains when we think we can get away with it. And the answer is not now. We could also go for steel passenger carriages. But again, I think that answer is not now. We're about to go back into the positives now, and that's because we're finishing up all of these motor industries. Social Security just dropped to 1. Perfect. Okay, so now that that has happened, we have a fair amount of cash that we can spend, right? And I want to put some of these people to work. So the way that we're going to do that is, of course, by expanding our construction. Are we going to expand it all the way? No, I don't think so. Infrastructure is low here. Okay, that's noted. But we're going to need to queue up. I'm going to queue up 3 states worth of construction here. And we'll see how that does financially. And we'll just keep doing this for now. We know that we need more construction, right? We absolutely know that. So that's okay for the moment. I also want to check in on government administrations. Okay, these are 15 each, so we need 1 in each of these locations, 2 here, almost 3 here. We're going to go for, I guess, 4 here. And this needs to be, like, yeah, I think 7 is right. No, it's technically not, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll construct that, and we're going to be, hi, military aviation. Okay, cool. So that's fine. We're going to be constructing all of these construction sectors at once, of course. That is our current... Our main problem is that we need to put people to work. That means we need to construct faster. That means we need to throw more money at it, right? Oil's been discovered in Shandong, and we are absolutely going to build oil rigs there. That is of vital importance. So we'll top priority that. These construction sectors are going to be finishing up. We'll give that a couple of weeks, and we'll see what this feels like financially. I'm not expecting this to just completely tank our income, for the record. We'll see how that goes. So that's all underway. We've got about 72 weeks on our construction queue now. That'll drop a bit as we get this filled out. Okay. 1.25 million. For the time being, we may want to sit here. University building throughput would actually be pretty good. We'll take that. So that's great. Are we running an input shortage of paper? The answer is no, we are not. We do have a couple of unproductive trade routes here. We'll get rid of those. That seems fine. We do have some low market access, and we should probably be working on that. So, sorting by infrastructure here, these are 20 each. So, 1, and then we need 3 here, we need 3 here, we need 4 here, and then we need, I'm going to go with 5 here, and then 8 up in Perm. Okay, so that's all underway. All of that will be building simultaneous to nearly everything else here. So that's all fine. Motor industries are still being worked on. A lot of them are a ways away, but our electronics industries are going to be coming online very, very soon here. So that... We're also still working on universities. Okay, yep, this has dropped a little bit more than I expected it to. We're still positive here. Brazil wishes to enter into a trade agreement. That seems okay. We can get rid of this dye plantation. That is, of course, unnecessary. This rice farm, unnecessary. Beautiful. So we've got a lot of things queued up here, right? No doubt about that. This law debate has failed. That's unfortunate. That was bad luck, actually. Our odds were a 47% chance of advancement, 13% of, or actually then it was like 23% chance of success, and the debate chance was in the mid-20s, and we failed the debate. So that's bad luck on bad luck. Okay, we did dip negative here in terms of finances. And of course, our standard of living is dipping. We are well aware of this. Now, the reason that this did happen is because we got a lot of construction capacity out of that. That was more construction capacity than I expected. Okay, so that's fine. We'll work our way through this. This is a small amount of deficit. I'm not too concerned about it. We should be able to get all of this done here. And how are we doing on our unemployment? 121 million now. Yikes. Absolute giga yikes. Okay. Well, all of these government administrations are going to be finishing up here. That's good. Railways are still a ways out. Indeed. What else can we do here financially? We need more money. Oh, we can drop our military wages. That's a thing we can definitely do now. That's a thing we should have done, for the record. We are halfway done stamping out monarchism now. Cool. And we're constructing at a higher rate than we ever have before. And that's going to continue to proceed. Once we get arc welding, this is going to be crazy and crazy expensive, for the record. That's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. So we're working on getting this deficit cranked around, right? That is our current goal. Out of curiosity, glass is currently expensive. Indeed it is. Aircraft carriers were just unlocked. That's cool. I do want to go in and get some glassworks going, I think. Yes. Let's take this up to be... What is this going to need to be? Plus 14? Plus 13? Something like that. Whatever, it's fine. And then we'll take this to be... Plus 13 would put that at 50, so that needs to be at 14. So yeah, this needed to be 13. This will need to be plus 21. This will need to be plus 25. Cool. This would be plus 8 and then plus 30. So 38. Cool. 39. I guess that's fine. We're going to take this up to be a plus 39 as well. We're just looking to massively expand our glass production at this point. This needs to be plus 40. There we go. This, of course, needs to be plus 36. We'll get that queued up and underway. This needs to be plus 48. There's a lot of them there. Cool. And this needs to also be plus 48. I wish we could queue multiple at the beginning of the list at a time. Unfortunately, we have to do it one at a time if we're going to put it at the beginning of the list. I guess 49 is fine. It would be nice if we could combine those together, but sadly we cannot. So 48 here, this needs to be 49. And this is a lot of glassworks, no doubt about that. But this will help offset some of our costs here. Now we're going to need to move some things up above this, because we're definitely not building all of that at once. So we're going to go through here, and what do we need to move up? We're actually building a lot of it at the same time. But we're going to move these railways up, for sure. Are we going to move up the motor industries? Yes. I think we'll move anything that does not already have substantial amounts of work done. So that would include all of these motor industries here. That would include this page of motor industries. I think we'll just go until... I do want to get some of these power plants being worked on, though. We'll call it good there. This way, we're still working on a bunch of glassworks, but we have some of this stuff that we were working on before still being worked on. Cool. So we'll do that. That seems reasonably fine. So multiculturalism is being worked on. How are we doing on our institutions? We're still working up our workplace safety office. Our social security has been dropped. We're still working up our health care. Okay, so we're still going to get a lot more population growth out of this. Noted. Like I said, we need to put these people to work. I think that we should fill out all of our agriculture. These do require a lot of laborers. So I think that would not be a bad idea to do. Do we do that as a top priority? Maybe. So let's see here. 0.4. I want to sort by alphabetical here. No, I don't. Okay, so this is 0.7. This is 0.7 here as well. Noted. 0.3, 0.4, 0.8. So cotton plantations, definitely dye plantations, I think, is what we want to go for. Dye, then tobacco. Okay. So we're going to queue these up at the beginning of the list. We just want to put these people to work, right? That is our current goal. So we're going to max out our construction here. It has invalid levels in the construction queue. Okay. That's interesting. Well, we can deal with that at a later date. So we'll get the dye plantations put in. Next up is tobacco. And we can be ticking forward whilst doing this. That's absolutely fine. So we're going to get all of this tobacco queued up. And these will build relatively quickly. The ideal scenario here, of course, is that this puts our people to work. I don't actually care that much about destroying the prices of these things. I just want to put them to work. Okay. I'm going to start queuing these up at the bottom. It's just going to be so much faster to queue them this way. Why is this at plus 493 out of 254? Why is this not gone away? Okay. I don't know why Chungking isn't going away. It's supposed to go like these guys are. We'll keep an eye on that scenario. But for now, we're just going to max out these tobacco plantations. And yes, this is probably going to eat up a lot of arable land. That's expected. At the very least, we can export tobacco, right? That should be fine. So that'll be good. And this will all eventually get queued up here. We're not going to look to further expand construction for a while. So what is going on in Chungking here? I don't know. There's a lot of invalid stuff there. We'll probably have to cancel those. Okay, so beyond that, what is the next that we can do? Chungking. Uh-huh. So let's look through these again. Livestock ranches, 0.45. 0.68 for rice farms. This one is 0.75. I think cotton is what we do here. And then probably the rye farm. Yes, this rye farm in perm. Then 0.56, 0.43, 0.12, 0.45. So we go for tea. This is going to be the same problem. Okay, we're not going to queue up here. Silk plantations, yep, same problem. Rye farms, we can build there, or we can build livestock ranches. And livestock ranches would be better. I don't know what's going on with Chongqing here and its arable land. Why it's letting us queue so much up. But a lot of this is going to be invalid. So if we come back through here, we can be ticking forward at this time. But if we come back through here, yeah, we can see a lot of that is invalid. So that can all be canceled, right? No problem whatsoever there. We'll start to work on that. This is not how this is supposed to go. Those should have been... I just canceled the tea plantation that we should not have. Let's get that going again. Beautiful. Okay, so back in here, we're going to cancel these. And this is saying it's going to take just 93 weeks to get through that. Now, we just hit the end date. That's fine. We're going to continue. We had already determined this. We're going to continue slightly beyond the end date here. We'll see how this goes. I don't know if we'll actually get all of this constructed before then or not. That'll be interesting for sure. We're going to get additional tea plantations canceled here, which it's slightly dangerous to do this while the game is ticking because they move around. So I'm going to actually stop that for now, and we're just going to come in here. I want to see, are we actually building all of these that are up top? The answer is yes. Beautiful. So we're 91 weeks away at this point from getting this construction queue finished. And stamping up monarchism is going to be done fairly soon. That'll probably be a next episode sort of thing, or maybe the one after. We're not going to go too far beyond the end date here. Wait, what just happened here? Plus 20% from new leadership, but it went down to 10%. Is that because of the election? I don't think so. Huh. I don't know why this went down to 10% there, but sure. I guess we lost our base enactment success chance. I didn't know you could do that while this was in progress here, but that's fine. So yeah, we're going to stop after we finish stamping out monarchism. That should be okay. We're going to get all of these constructions that we have queued up here complete. And how are we doing right now on our unemployment? Yeah, that needs some work. Power plants, there are a number of those queued up. Quite a lot, in fact. That needs to be canceled, apparently. But we're not going to go through all of that and cancel them all. So yeah. These constructions will go quite quickly. There are a lot here that can be canceled. That's for sure. And we may as well go through and cancel them, right? I feel like that's reasonably acceptable. So we can go back to... This is where the bulk of them are. We can go back to here and work on canceling all of these. There's our health system investment going up. That's fine. We are continuing to build here. Concrete fortifications have now been unlocked. Cool. And we will continue to cancel these. I have no idea why it allowed me to queue all of these up. That's not the way that's supposed to work, but whatever. So we'll get all of these canceled as soon as we can. I wish there was a way to mass cancel anything, like a button here that would cancel anything flagged as requiring additional arable land. That would be amazing if that button existed. Unfortunately, it does not. Maybe that's something Paradox can add at some point. Okay, so that's most of those anyway. The Triumph of the Literati. Okay. Cool. Pass laws protecting trade unions. We finished the path to socialism. Excellent. Okay, so that is looking good. Let's go through the rest of this list really quickly here and just see if there's any... that was one that needed to be canceled. See if there's any major cancellations that need to happen here, but I don't think so. That should be pretty close to all of it. There's a lot of tobacco plantations. Okay, there are some that need to be canceled over here. Cool. So we'll get that underway. And yeah, these move up slightly. I probably missed a few, to be clear. But we'll just bring this on down in terms of numbers. It shouldn't have allowed us to queue these up, to be clear. I don't know why it did. So we'll just work our way through these, and it should be fine. There we go. Cool. I saw a couple over here. Yeah, tea plantations here. Cool. Mobile armor has been unlocked. Excellent. We're not planning on going back to war, for the record. We're beyond the end date of the game. I don't think there's a point in going to war. Hey, we're actually making money now. That's beautiful. Well, we'll see what happens with multiculturalism here. Our odds have definitely decreased. There's no doubt about that. If we go to 0, we'll probably stop this and start working on another law. But we'll see. 2 more days. And dissenters breaking ranks. Okay. So we're going to cancel this. We're not going to work on that. What do we want to work on instead for laws? I'd like to come off of religious schools and go to public schools. We must not have enacted state religion. Okay. So that's not an option then. We can't do that right now. We're still on legal guardianship. Can we make it to women's suffrage this time? Let's try that. Let's see what happens. That will reduce our birth rate, which is good. We want that. We want our birth... 83? Okay, we'll see if we can pass this. If that radicalism goes up much more, it's going to be problematic. But hopefully it doesn't. Our radicalism has been ticking up. Our standard of living definitely came down without those subsidies, but we're able to put that money elsewhere at this point, which I think is valuable. We're putting it towards building jobs. We're still falling behind on the unemployment. We really need to drop our birth rate, right? No doubt about that. And realistically, women's suffrage is a good way to do that. 62% chance of passing it here. We'll just have to keep an eye on this radicalism. We'll see how that goes. So all of these glassworks are going to start finishing soon. Yeah, we're going to be done with the glassworks pretty soon. We're working on power plants at this point. So that looks good. We're making solid progress there, making a lot of buildings at a time. 97 weeks on this construction queue right now. If this is capping at 84, that's acceptable. We should get women's suffrage passed relatively. But we need to get people put to work, right? That is a big, big part of this. Undeserved blame, huh? I'm fine with losing 5% authority. That'll put us a bit negative, but I'm not too concerned about that. So these glassworks are going to finish up here. And how many more glassworks are we going to be working on? Quite a number is the answer. But they're getting close. They're definitely getting close. Can we think about getting ourselves public motor carriages? That will decrease our employment by 4 million, though. Do we really want to do that? Probably no. I think we can maybe afford to go to electric trains. Let's see how that feels. We have an unproductive trade route on engines here. We'll get rid of that. We did just massively expand our engines, to be clear. And this revolution is keeping us from stamping out monarchism progress, which is expected, but we do need to pass women's suffrage here. So we have a bunch of glassworks being worked on that will cut down on our costs here and put some people to work. But we need a lot more people put to work, right? There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that at all. Hopefully getting those agriculture jobs in will help. Glassworks will take time to finish up, and how many power plants do we have queued here? It's a lot. It's an awful lot. Okay, I'm going to go to the back here. Actually, no. We'll just sit here. This is fine. This is fine. We're going to finish up glassworks over time. That should be okay. They're sitting at 85 radicalism here. That's not too bad. We've got 27 days until our checkpoint. So we'll see if we manage to pass this here. We have a 62.4% chance of passage. That's looking good. No problem whatsoever there in theory. In theory. We are constructing at about 8,000 right now. And that unemployment number is growing fast. Very fast. We are not building 15 million jobs per year, I'm afraid. That's not a thing that we're currently doing. How many jobs is each of these, in theory? I mean, that's quite a large number of jobs, but that does need work. Modern Battlefleet Tactics has been unlocked. Cool. We can get some naval base max level. And there's women's suffrage. It does pass here. Beautiful. So we get some workforce ratio, and we reduce our birth rate. That's good. It's only a 5% reduction, but even so, that dropped us by almost 4 million jobs per year that we need to build. That is a very, very good thing. And now it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to think about potentially moving off of agrarianism. We could go to interventionism. I'm not sure that that's actually beneficial for us. Probably not. But you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.